They just bring everything they got, that's for sure. And sometimes everything is a full-on orchestra. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Molly, and in this video I'm going to be listening to the album City of Evil by Avenged Sevenfold. Now, so far in my journey through their discography, I've only heard their self-titled album Avenged Sevenfold, and City of Evil is the one that they released before that one. So I'm just really interested to hear it, see if their sound is going to be kind of different on an earlier album. And yeah, I'm really excited to check this one out, so let's dive right on into my reaction to City of Evil. Alright, so up first on this album is track 1, which is called Beast and the Harlot. That's kind of cool. It almost sounds like a siren going off or something. I wasn't expecting this track to take that direction just there. It got a lot lighter sounding here on the chorus. I just love how when he says the beast and the harlot, there's like this murkiness almost to his voice, like almost a snarl. That percussion right there was awesome. Man, it was so speedy. Yeah, see how light these vocals are? It's actually very melodic at times, this song. Well, that was track 1, Beast and the Harlot. A lot of combinations with the sounds on that one. I don't even know how to peg that song in one genre, to be honest. Something about the guitars was kind of thrash metal-esque, just how speedy and quick they were, but then a sort of melodicness to the vocals too, which I was not expecting on those choruses. There was just kind of a lightness to that song at points. But certainly an intriguing start to this album, that's for sure. But I'm going to move on now to track 2, which is called Burn It Down. Again, those drums, man, they're so intense. These vocals are just all over the place. They're creating so many different sounds with them. That part right there kind of reminds me of M.I.A a little bit, his vocal delivery. I love how the chorus was kind of up on this more floaty sphere, and then it just got pulled down into this bridge here, which is just bringing this heaviness. Some harmonizing going on here. The instrumentals so far in this album are crazy. I love it. That was track 2, Burn It Down. That one was going all over the place, again with kind of bringing more of a light melodic touch at times on the vocal delivery, but then those instrumentals just are so intense, like it's like a machine gun going off. It's so rapid with its delivery. And I made the comment on their self-titled album that it had this very theatrical sound to it, and City of Evil is definitely embracing that too. I would say to a lesser extent so far, but there definitely is a sort of like theatricality to the sound of their music, which I'm still picking up on with this album. Alright, moving on to track 3 is Blinded in Chains. These drums, man, they're just crazy. The second set of vocals going on is just so pushed in the background. There is, at times, there's almost like a snarl to his voice. That's the best way I can describe it. Like something kind of sinister about it. Some awesome blast beats going on there. There is something so smooth and polished about their music, but they bring so much intensity with these instrumentals. It's crazy. It's like you have all of this heaviness going on, but then on top is like this really polished, smooth layer of sound. Ooh, I love all that distortion. And then with this bass. This is a new sound for Avenged Sevenfold. I don't think we got this on their self-titled album. It's almost atmospheric. It's just got this like heavy, haunted quality to it. Well, that was track 3, Blinded in Chains. My favorite part there was toward the end when it got all atmospheric and there was that break where the bass came in and was really prominent. I absolutely loved that part. It kind of had this haunted tone, so heavy and immense with its sound, and yet pretty minimalistic at the same time. And the percussion on this album is just insane. I think that's the standout for me so far is the drums. They're just going so hard. They're so intense, and they have this amazing precision to them. Like they just sound so well put together, and they're just bringing this driving intensity to the album. I love it. But moving on to track 4 is Backcountry. Caught here in a fiery blaze. That's how this song started, was just a blaze of energy, that's for sure. I love that vocal delivery just there on Follow Me. His voice got so high. Again with the change-ups, we go from all of that intensity, and now there's this like really relaxed portion here. Man, I love this guitar. It's just going all over the place. I just love this part. It's like it gives you a moment to breathe on this song because the rest of it is so quick and intense. Well, that was track 4, Backcountry. That was certainly a speedy song, that's for sure. That one brought so much intensity and energy to it. I really liked what they were doing on the vocals, though, on those pulled in portions. There was like this kind of watery distortion to them, and just a languidness that was really cool. It was such a contrast with the rest of the song, and those guitars were going crazy on that one too. Just so much energy. I loved it. It's like they take a lightning bolt and they just bottle it up in their music. It's awesome. Up next is track 5, which is called Trashed and Scattered. That bass is really shining through right there. I love it. It's bringing some awesome heaviness to this one. I'm loving all the different stuff they're doing on this one. A lot of ups and downs and wildness coming at you with all the change-ups. This one's got a lot of background vocalists too going on. It's kind of adding this weirdly hymnal sound to this album at times. This song's insane. I really like the percussion here. It's just creating this great foundation for this song. That was track 5, Trashed and Scattered. Man, that one was crazy. So many dynamics going on and a lot of change-ups on that one. I absolutely loved the portions there where that bass really shone. It just brought a lot of heaviness and weightiness to that track. And just the pairing they're doing of the light and heavy on this album, I'm really enjoying. The vocals do have this like angelic quality at times, like you're just flying around in heaven. And then the instrumentals just yank you down, and those two things just kind of balance each other out in a way. But moving on to track 6 is Seize the Day. Seize the day, you'll die regretting the time you lost. Alright, we're off to a bit of a gentler start with this one. Pretty melodic. I really enjoy the piano on this one. Even though it's pretty restrained, a little bit more on the gentle side, like I said, there's still something kind of theatrical about it. It's bringing a lot of drama, but in a subtle way, if that makes sense. I really like here how you have that acoustic guitar still in the background, bringing that gentler quality to this song, and then you have that electric guitar going on in the forefront. All of these sounds, I think it's the electric guitar, if I'm not mistaken. It's like these weird twinkly electronic sounding things going on. I just really like the effect of it. Well, that was track 6, Seize the Day. I really enjoyed how that one brought more of an acoustic edge to that album, a little bit of a break almost from the intensity, but they were still fusing on those amazing electric guitars and a certain level of speediness and aggression, but they were keeping it pulled in more. And just a great, gentle back and forth nature to that song, almost a soothing quality. All right, moving on to track 7 is Sidewinder. I love how this track is called Sidewinder, and there is something about his vocal delivery that is kind of like a snake. It's just very smooth with its delivery. The random piano there. Yeah, there's all these components going on, but there's such a smoothness to their music. It's like it's all somehow interconnected really, really effectively. Even though you've got like a dash of piano there and some intense blast beats from the percussion over here, and then his snarly vocals on top of it all. It's all interwoven beautifully. Alright, those drums are picking up intensity here. Okay, I was expecting a burst of intensity, but we got the opposite. It kind of just got really restrained there for a minute. Yeah, now we've got this acoustic guitar, but there's all this distortion going on too. What's going on? This song just completely changed. It's got like this kind of tribal or tropical quality to it now. Again, like a very loose relaxedness. Well, that was track 7, Sidewinder. That one just took so many twists and turns with its sound. The end, I'm not gonna lie, really threw me for a loop there with how they just changed it all of a sudden into this really tropical sounding song. I guess true to the name of that track, it was almost like a Sidewinder snake going along with how it would change its course so much and change like the genre of that song. But they did it in such a smooth, methodic way where you didn't really even notice the transitions were happening. All right, moving on to track 8 is The Wicked End. His voice actually reminds me a tiny little bit of Corey Taylor of Slipknot here at the beginning of this one. I love how this guitar is just going up. It sounds so high almost, and then it'll just stop and fall back down. It's just doing all kinds of crazy stuff with its sound. Yeah, there's such a clear tone to this guitar. It sounds very crisp. Okay, those choral elements are being introduced again with the vocals, and then we have this, I think it's a cello. They certainly do like the dramatic flares in their music, don't they? They just bring everything they got, that's for sure, and sometimes everything is a full-on orchestra. That was track 8, The Wicked End. The guitar on that one was definitely shining. I loved how clear and like high it was with its sound almost. It was almost like you were soaring through the sky. And then when those orchestral elements came in too, that was certainly a surprise. It kind of changed up the tone of that song completely. It just brought a lot of drama to that song and it made such an impact sonically. All right, moving on is track 9, which is called Strength of the World. There's like a country twang to this one, but then the violin is a little bit different. There's a great heaviness to the guitar on this one. What is that instrument in the background? I don't know what that was. I need it. Revenge is dripping from my teeth. I like how they do the vocals at this part. How the strength of the world is like this chorus of people kind of chanting it in a way. It is bringing a sort of power or strength to the sound of this song. Yeah, and then there's this acoustic tone, that sort of country western vibe that I mentioned at the start that they keep fusing on across the song from time to time. I can't turn my cheek away. See how they go from that pulled back, relaxed sound, and now this is just like really upfront and quick and sharp. They somehow transition between those two elements of their music so well. You don't really even notice the transition happening. Yeah, there's such a grandiosity to this song, and they're really highlighting that now here at the end with this orchestra coming back in. That was track 9, Strength of the World. An almost 10-minute masterpiece of sounds just melded together. Like how that started compared to how it ended. It started off so minimalistic and it had that country western vibe going on. Just a very like pulled in acoustic quality to it. And then it ended on such a dramatic, grand note with those orchestral instruments coming in. They have this way of like encapsulating so many different sounds in one song and just containing it, and they somehow managed to get all of that energy across in such a clean, structured way. It's really impressive. Up next is track 10, which is called Betrayed. Yeah, there's such a clear sound to this more minimalistic part here. All your power crumbles in my arms. So don't worry. When I feel down, I need you to find me. Oh man, I loved his vocals just there. Something very threatening almost about him. So young, how could you kill the man? I love all the anticipation, how they built it up just there. It's like he's unleashed all of that anger and aggression, and now this is the calm he's fallen into after that. Maybe not. Now they're bringing back some of that intensity. That was track 10, Betrayed. My favorite thing about that one was all of the change-ups that he was doing with his voice. I love their lead singer. He's got a way of sometimes making his voice really nasally sounding, like he brings this kind of threatening snarl-like quality to it. But then he can bring such an intense impact as well and bring all of those growls. But then there was that part on that track where he lowered it significantly and it just brought like this really haunting heaviness almost to his vocal tone. It just makes for some very entertaining music. All right, moving on to the final song on City of Evil is track 11, which is called M.I.A.
Staring at the carnage, praying that the sun I walk your land, but don't be long.
I love how they're bringing these bursts of instrumentals.
Some are scared, others killing for fun. I shot a mother my dream. Fight for honor, fight for your life. Unless I don't return tonight. So many soldiers on the other side.
There really is a heaviness to this song, but again, with that polished quality. I don't know, somehow they make their songs so smooth, but there's all of this heaviness kind of weighing it down. Like it's unpolished and polished at the same time. There's a percussive element I keep hearing. It's got like this almost twinkly sound to it. This guitar is so rapid. It does. It almost sounds electronic, like it's a sample or something they're using. Now there's such a crashing sound to the percussion here. I love that distortion. It's giving this song like a fuzziness.
Forgive me for my crime. Was so young.
These vocals are different. Well, that was track 11, M.I.A. It started off so restrained and pulled in, and then I kind of had a feeling they were going to bring the punchiness, and they did. They brought all of that intensity. Despite all of that craziness, though, there was such a polished smoothness to that song. They throw all of these sounds on. It's like this whirlwind of energy, but they just have this sound overlying all of that that contains it. It just makes it sound so put together. Well, that does it for my reaction to City of Evil, the third studio album from Avenged Sevenfold. This thing was wild, true to Avenged Sevenfold fashion. They threw everything they had at this album. It was just a whirlwind of sounds and a lot of drama and theatrics to it, which I love from their music. The guitars and those drums just brought so much energy to this thing. I loved track 3, Blinded in Chains. That one brought some of that intensity I was talking about, that's for sure. Track 5, Trashed and Scattered 2 was a favorite. I loved how the bass really shone on that one. And track 7, Sidewinder, I've got to mention too. It was just a blend of such contrasting sounds, but they made it work really smoothly. But yeah, City of Evil, I'm so glad I've finally checked this album out. I know a lot of you want me to hear Nightmare, which is their 5th album, or I could keep going back in their discography and I could do Waking the Fallen next, which is their 2nd album. I don't really know which direction to go in from here, so let me know down in the comments. And yeah, as usual, thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video.